Ready. Are you ready? You know what to do. It's our favorite time of the day. It's time for Proverbs chapter 6. This chapter begins with lessons for daily life, and there are a few nuggets of wisdom that are repeats of advice we've read in the last 5 chapters. It reminded me of the days back in elementary and high school, how the teacher would repeat lessons and methods so that we would understand. Being taught the same thing over and over again was a strategy so that the valuable information would be remembered and never forgotten. It was the foundation for every lesson that would come afterward. That's just like these lessons in Proverbs. Wisdom repeated over and over again as a foundation we'll never forget. The first lesson is about getting yourself out of a situation you may have trapped yourself in. If you co-sign or guarantee someone's debt, you'll regret that you did. You'll be trapped by what you said and bound to the agreement. The best thing to do is get out as fast as you can. Swallow your pride and get over your embarrassment and go and tell them that you can no longer help. You'll be so relieved when your name is off that contract. And after we're told to get out of that situation, we're then given a lesson of how we can learn from ants. Verse 6 says, when you're lazy, come and watch an ant and learn a thing or two. Ants have no one to tell them what to do, yet all summer they work hard gathering food to store up in preparation for the winter. And just like in school after a lesson, the teacher asks the students questions. The question for this lesson on Wise Ants asks, how long are you gonna laze around doing nothing? If you keep telling yourself, I'll do it later, you'll eventually end up with nothing. This lesson of wisdom is telling you to always find yourself prepared. Work hard now, because you don't know when winter is coming, aka a day or a season when it's difficult or near impossible to help yourself. Don't put off today's preparations for the future. Now is always better than later. The life lesson in verses 12 to 15 tell us that the clever and the devious may look like they're getting ahead in life, but their path guarantees destruction with no one to help them get out of it. And if you've ever wondered what God hates, this chapter takes the guesswork out of it and tells us the 6 things that God hates and the 1 thing he passionately loathes. Number 1, eyes that are arrogant, putting others down while thinking of yourself as superior. Number 2, a tongue that lies and spreads rumors. Number 3, murder and the spilt blood of the innocent. Number 4, plotting evil in your heart toward another person. Number 5, feet that run down a wicked path, boasting in what's clearly wrong. Number 6, a false testimony, a mouth that lies under oath. Number 7, the thing that he passionately loathes, a troublemaker who causes fights and arguments in a family. Isn't it interesting that the things that God hates are the very things that Jesus endured when he was going to the cross? It's after this that we're told again to listen to the instructions of our mother and father. You're encouraged to fill your heart with their advice and to let your life be shaped by their teachings. Their wisdom will guide you wherever you go and keep you out of harm's way. The chapter ends with a lesson about following and obeying the truth or suffering the consequences of disobedience. Truth and wisdom will protect you from immoral men and women who whisper sweet nothings in your ear to seduce you. Don't lust after them, and don't let their suggestive and flirty ways get the best of you. It will cost you your life. You can't light your pants on fire and not be burned, and you can't walk across hot coals without your feet getting blistered. So what makes you think you can sleep with another person's partner and not be caught? You will pay the consequences. You could almost forgive a thief for stealing food to feed his family, but if he's caught, he still has to pay back everything that he took, except it'll be 7 times the amount. Adultery will ruin your life. You'll endure humiliation, embarrassment, shame, and disgrace, and even that reputation won't stop you from the partner who takes revenge against you. So that's my rundown of Proverbs chapter 6. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you tomorrow for chapter 7. And remember, clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.